that was not enough. The 30 seconds was not enough because I think your short answer could have been a little longer,
but there was
right?
a cliffhanger when I said they could get removed. So I think that one kind of hit perfectly.
Yeah,
people are going to be like, how?
So let's continue that conversation. So tell us how.
Yeah.
Tell us. Continue, please.
Yeah.
I'm very interested.
So with student loans being in collections, it kind of then puts you in the category of any other collection that I would dispute off of a credit report. We've gotten hundreds of thousands of dollars in student loans deleted off of our clients' credit reports. And it's just a matter of pretty much knowing how to dispute them. I know pretty much the main companies that people deal with. Like if you have a Sally Mae student loan from way back when, those are super easy to get off of a credit report. But then you have situations where after it's removed from the credit report, they may put it back on your credit under a different name.
Okay.
They may transfer it to the government. And then if it's transferred to the government, it's a little bit more difficult to deal with. But then sometimes they misreport items, so then you can get them removed. So it's kind of a wide range of options you have when it comes to student loans. I always suggest to my clients to go ahead and contact the person that they got the student loan through, try to come up with some kind of payment plan with them based on income, to where you can still show that you're making these monthly payments.
Okay.
And you can, remain getting positive payment history. See if they'll work with you and do a goodwill adjustment to remove any old late payments that you have or anything like that. Let them know that you fell on hard times and see if they'll do a goodwill adjustment. They're more willing to work with you than like typical banks will.
Okay. So before we go on, let me start over kind of and reintroduce the fact that we are talking with Dennis Guzman. I know I keep on messing up his last name. I'm so sorry. Thank you for being so patient with me with Credit Royalty.
Yep.
And he's telling us, all we need to know about student loans. And the reason he's telling us is because he's your expert. If you need some advice on how to improve your credit and how to get things off your credit. So we'll continue that conversation now. I do get these type of questions because when I have buyers, in particular, I have, for example, one client who has struggled with her student loans. So a quick follow-up question that I have on that. Does that mean that if you choose to default on your student loan altogether, if you just walk away from it, I mean, there's nothing you can do about that, right? And you can't just walk away from your loan, even if it's 20 years later, right? Is that correct?
It's correct. What's going to happen is I can only do so much for a client, right? So yes, I can get a student loan deleted off of someone's credit. Does that remove the obligation to pay it? No.
Oh.
So they're going to notice that it's not on your credit report anymore, and you will be contacted by the student loan people, whoever you got your loan through. You're going to be contacted by them later on in the future. You want to make sure that even if it's removed from your credit report, you still contact them to get some kind of payment arrangement.
So let's say that you get it removed because you can do that. Does that mean that your credit score will continue to go up, and for the sake of purchasing a house, you can just run with that?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, okay.
But you really got to be careful with
that.
Well,
okay, don't do that unless you have Dennis's guidance, his wisdom to instruct you on how to do that. But I have a scenario exactly like that where they really need to purchase a home. They really need to purchase a home, but they really need to take care of that kind of on the side, and maybe this is something that could work for them. I mean, of course, every situation is going to be different, so definitely advise that you talk to Dennis. But that could be one way to figure things out, right? To talk to you and see what you can temporarily do, but make sure you follow through on the back end.
Yeah, that's pretty much all it is. It's, hey, notice that, hey, there's an issue. Notice that you can take care of it on the back end. Notice that there is something you can do right now to help your situation to get you into a house. But, you got to just kind of be mindful of everything. I really suggest just taking care of the student loans, talking to them yourself, and getting them in a positive state.
Yeah.
And if you need to defer them. If you need to, if you need to readjust kind of your payments, whatever you have to do, try to take care of those because they will come back to bite you in the future. But you can get them removed from your credit report to help you right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, to help you right now, which some people need it.
Yeah.
Right.
Just right now. Yeah.
All right, well, that is the longer version of that question. Thank you, Dennis,
Oh, yeah.
for sitting with me. And thank you for watching. If you have any questions about how to get your credit repair, how to improve your score, right?
Yep.
Please follow up with either myself or Dennis, and we can get you some assistance. And if you know of anybody or you're thinking about buying or selling a home, please feel free to reach out to me. Until next time,
Bye-bye.
when we talk all things
Credit.
credit.